Diamond 1, true elo in League if my teammates weren't holding me back all the time. Like, at what point in my life, I'm just curious, like, is it between the threesomes I have with my wife, the countries I fly to around the world, like the streams that I do, like at what point in my life am I coping and crying? Like, I'm curious, what part of my day do you think that I sketch out to, like, this is where he cries about how horrible his life is? Like, it's such a bizarro thing. Like, you're sitting here like pounding away at your keyboard. You probably smell like BO because your mom stopped buying you deodorant because you won't go out and get a job after you got fired from Wendy's because you got caught eating the cheeseburgers because you're such a fat you couldn't wait till lunchtime to eat some, right? You're pounding away at your keyboard like, this guy's coping his life. And then you turn on your like RedPill streamers to talk about how you're gonna find like the perfect virgin at age 21 when you're 35 after having done nothing your entire life. Like, mate, somebody's coping here and it's not me, all right?
The level of femininity of women in America is probably the lowest in the world, in my opinion. Like, and I don't know if definitely it's a part of the culture, but like, I just don't want to deal with like combative, aggressive, like in your face women all the time.
Strong personality.
I just don't, it's not a strong personality thing, certainly not. Because if you have a strong personality, you don't need to be like in someone's face. You know deeply who you are when you're a strong person. You don't need to show up and like do tricks. But it's just like, there's an overall more masculine energy in women in America than pretty much any other country I've been to in the world. And in Asia, and other countries too, you know, South America, whatnot, India, right? The women there are just far more feminine. I don't know if it's the food, if it's the culture. I don't know how you cultivate femininity, but our cultivation levels in the States is very low.
Now men here are so feminine, and so it gives us no choice but to be in that masculine energy, because it's like they want to wear the tiara all of a sudden. And it's like, me, I like to be submissive to my man. I believe in the hierarchy of the home. I like my man to be at the peak. I want to serve you, I want to love you, and I love that. But the way that the men are now, they're so in their princess energy that it doesn't let us be the feminine person. On my date, I went over to go hang out with a friend, and we were there, and then he's like, oh, I'm hungry, it's 11 o'clock at night. I'm like, we're in your house, like, make something to eat. Like, he's looking at me, he's looking at my phone, like, I'm not gonna Postmate you something to eat. I'm not hungry, you can Postmate yourself something to eat. Oh, let's go to a food truck. Okay, we go to the food truck, and I don't even want to eat anything. And he orders his food. I'm like, no, I'm good, I don't want to eat anything. The lady takes out the little kiosk, and the man walks backwards away and leaves me there at the little kiosk to pay. And I'm just there like, bro, what is this?
I wish, I don't know what to say. I don't know if there's anything I can ever say. Why, what does this have to do with feminine or masculine? Like, it sounds like the person is just shitty. Like, if a woman did that to me, like if I was at a restaurant with a woman, I generally always pay, because I've got money, I'll pay. But, fuck, I can't say anything. I'll just say this, okay? If I'm going out to eat with somebody, I'm almost always gonna pay. But if somebody says they'll go out to eat with me, but only if I pay, I don't go out with that person. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense or not. Like, when the expectation is there, nah, f you, homie. I can find a woman with money, okay? And then when I do, I'll pay for her because I'm a polite person. But but if I was at a restaurant with a woman and like the check came and she's just like, oh, I'll be right back, and she like slurks off into the bathroom, this isn't like masculine or feminine or anything. This is just like a shitty person. Like, it's just a shitty person.
Maybe that's where the masculine feminine thing comes into play. It's like, if you know that a woman is making money, then it's like, well, then I'm gonna let her pay. Mind you, I've been in relationships with people that were multimillionaires, and I would always be like, well, no, let's go 50-50, or like, I got you this time, or like, I'll pay my flight tickets. Like, don't worry about that. Like, I never wanted to be like, oh, poor me. But I feel like at the same time, these men, they see me and they know I have an OnlyFans, so they're like, I'm gonna let her pay.
Yeah, so why wouldn't you pay if you make money? I feel like if you didn't make money, it would make more sense, right?
Okay,
She's just being contrarian. It's a legitimate question. Why not just answer it? Why wouldn't you pay? Just have an answer. Like, say, oh, I don't feel like paying because I'm a woman, or I don't feel like paying because I feel like he's trying to me, so he should be, right? Give an answer.
I think it's just the energy.
There's nothing that's a bigger turnoff for women than seeing, like, than you having to reach into your pocket. Like, as soon as I feel like you're in your little celibate area, you were probably trying to get some action. As soon as you had to go reach into your purse to grab your credit card, I feel like your hoo-ha just dried up.
Yeah, I think I was just more in shock because
these are the shittiest women to be with. Why would you want to be with a woman like that? Or I understand why some guys want to. Sorry, I don't know. I have to be careful because my taste in women, or my takes or whatever, are going to be wildly off the norm. Like, again, I'll offer to pay, and I basically always have, I think, in almost all areas of my life. But if it's like an expectation, like if you're not going to hang out with me if I don't pay, you pay your own shit. I got a ton of other people that would gladly pay to have meals with me. Why the am I gonna sit here and front money for your ass? Like, no offense. Like, hold on. Now I'm feeling more mean because we're talking. What is this, like, single mom? She says she has OnlyFans, like all this stuff. Like, if you're trying to hit like this ultra traditional man that's offering to pay for everything, and you tell me you around with millionaires before, and now you're like, oh, I would never pay. Like, come on, bro. What are we talking about here? What, like?
It's like,
I'm about to get ultra red pilled.
I get it. If I would have wanted to eat as well, and I would have been like, let's go eat, let's go to the food truck. I don't want to Postmates. You're offering me things to eat, and I'm still saying no. If we get to the food truck and I order food as well, of course, I don't see how it would be so bad that I maybe pay for it. But this man, it was his idea. He wanted the food. He wanted the food truck. We get there, and why does he leave me at the kiosk to pay for his food?
So what happened after?
Wait, so did she? Okay, but now also, did she not even order food? Big baller guy. But okay, but then also again, and I'll go back to this. This doesn't sound like a masculine or feminine trait at all. Like, if I'm at my house and a woman's like begging me to go get food and I'm not hungry, and she's like, please, I'm like, oh, okay, we'll go. And then we show up and I don't get anything, and she's like, I need you to pay for this. Bro, I don't give a if you're masculine, feminine, a horse. That's some rude ass shit. That has nothing to do with gender. You're just an asshole. You're just rude.
Did the celibate era end?
No, I got locked out of it.
She slept with him. Yeah, we got tacos on my place.
No, I did not sleep with him. I ended up locked out of his house with my magic wand.
He did the girl
and
thing.
he fell asleep.
He did the girl thing when girls just goes out to guys because they want a free dinner.
Pretty much,
yeah.
I guess.
That's pretty much what he did.
But-
He just did the reverse role.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, he makes money too. I have never done that in my life. I have never expected a man to pay anything for me. I think that I don't even remember like any time that I'd be like, oh, okay, like you got her, like the waitress comes and she's like, oh, time to take the payment. I've never been like, oh no, time to check my phone. Like I'm not gonna make the payment. Like I just kind of let it kind of naturally happen. And from what I've experienced, the men usually go and they do it. But I always offer. Maybe that's my downfall
You're too
too.
giving.
Yeah, I'm just like, I got it.
Let's go back to MLD's comment just so we can get
Sorry
everyone's
about
opinion.
that.
I mean, like, so, like, I agree with her. I don't. Her the way she presents herself makes you wonder. But like, yeah, if somebody's taking you out to order food and they get food and you get nothing and they disappear when the check comes, obviously that's shitty behavior. But like, this isn't like a guy in his feminine energy. It's not a guy not acting masculine. This is just a person being a piece of shit. I don't know. I don't understand how this is gendered. Because if a woman did this, I think most people get triggered.
Do you think that women are more masculine in America today and men are more feminine? Is this something that you've come across?
I would honestly say I agree.
You would?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
point
mean,
to MLD.
but I don't think it's in like a horrible way. Like I don't think men being more feminine and women being more masculine is a bad thing. Because like I train hard in the gym. Some people could claim that's masculine. I'm wearing sneakers. Some people could say that's masculine.
No,
you know, so definitely there's like crosses over.
I'm talking attitude, persona, character.
Yeah, attitude, persona, character. What do you mean? The types of clothes you wear can reflect that? Going to the gym can reflect that? I mean, she gave you some decent masculine points of her own personality here. Are we just trying to like hardcore like wrap around and agree with her even though she kind of just...
How you hold yourself.
Easily confused with like a strong woman being like a strong woman versus being like, oh, she's acting masculine because she's strong.
Gotcha.
So I think it could get like mixed.
Angela, I know that you talked
Based.
about this topic.
I DM'd him. I love DMing. It's my favorite thing in the entire world. I guess that's kind of masculine energy.
You hit him up first.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Oh, Nailene.
What?
You slid in his DM?
Yeah.
How tall was he?
Feminine. He's tall.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah, and then look at this. Like, what's wrong with that? Right? Where then these red pill spaces are actually like regressing, like evolutionarily. Like, don't we want women like making the first move more often? Like, isn't this like a good thing? Isn't this something we should all kind of be pushing for? Like, what's wrong with women finally fucking manning the up and making some moves in dating? Like, why would we actually push against this?
I know, but look, that's I guess the masculine energy that we're talking about. It's like women have to go and like take their shot because it's like these men won't. I don't know how many times like I've been DMing someone for a while and then they like never ask me for my number, or they're like, here's my Snapchat. I'm like, bro, am I like 20 years old? Absolutely not. I'm not a snap you. Like, here's my number.
Is that because you're intimidating? You've got millions of Instagram, millions of TikTok. I feel like that could be intimidating for a guy. Like, I don't think I have a chance with this girl. Then you slide in the DM.
But that's a guy being more feminine.
Exactly.
Ah,
That's right.
word to the wise out there. Melina, let's see those guns again real quick. We should my
Ooh.
Jesus. Honestly speaking,
Yeah.
who's stronger, you or Destiny?
I think we're about the same, but for me as a woman, I'm probably stronger.
Okay.
Right.
And you said that you protect him.
She's really strong
so
for
this
a
whole
woman.
We
conversation.
protect each other. That's what we do.
That's
of course,
fine.
We're fighting
He protects-
together.
My
no
lips,
doubt.
my lips are all much larger than hers. Okay.
He can protect you intellectually all day, every day.
Ooh,
and
what
on
does
video
that
games.
mean?
And he's very smart.
Yeah. So
And
I'm not.
opinionated
Is that
and
me?
loud
Are you telling me
and
that I'm
talkative.
stupid?
Is what?
You're calling me stupid?
Yes.
No, I'm just saying you're stronger than him. He's smarter than you.
You think so?
I listen.
I wouldn't say so.
All right. Well, let's mud wrestle for the. But this conversation about women being more masculine, men being more feminine. How do you process this as a relationship?
I think that all women here are probably really happy that we're living in the time that we are, because if we were living 100 years back, we would probably not be sitting here. So I'm thinking just because we've gotten a lot more chances to be masculine, taking more space, having a job, like having jobs that gets us a lot of money, I think it's perfectly fine for some men in that case to be a little bit more feminine, or they're just going to be on the same level as women. So I don't really see the idea of guys should keep paying even though the woman might be making more money or equally as much. I don't really see that at all. And I think it's a lot better that we're also on the same level because it doesn't create this like power dynamics, right? Like if you go to another country that's more poor, or they would get like the first ticket to the US to get a citizenship if they wanted to, of course they're gonna come with you and act submissive. So that's like kind of how I see it. When there's men that goes to other places because the women are too much and they're too independent and they make way too much money, of course they're gonna go and try to find someone else if they feel insecure about themselves that they can't handle a woman that's a little bit more dominant, like in life.
So I hear what you're saying, but then if you apply the laws of hypergamy, which is basically the act of dating up, and it's been
Hypergamy is bullshit. Fuck, and I can't. Melina's not gonna be able to push me on this.
Not the
economically
same.
proved forever.
People date each other in it's each
But
other's
what will
spaces.
happen
Oh,
is
shit,
that
that is
all the
true.
women who are making more money will only go in search of the men who are making the most money. And we've seen the stats out there. I'm sure we can pull it up. the top 10% of dudes are getting all the